Picture this. Your bank calls you on video. The woman on screen has the right badge, the right background, even the right hold music before she picks up. She knows your name and your last transaction, and she needs you to verify a wire transfer right now. Her voice doesn't waver. Her face doesn't glitch. Everything about this call says real. Here's the problem. None of it is real. Not the woman, not the badge, not the background. It's a synthetic video call built in real time, and by the time you realize that, the money's gone. This is happening to regular people right now because of one specific thing that changed in the last 12 months. We touched on deepfakes briefly in our AI phishing video. This is the full picture. Here's what actually changed in 2026. Real-time video deepfakes used to require a render farm and a technical team. Now they run live during an actual call on a laptop with a decent graphics card. The software swaps a face onto a live video feed frame by frame, fast enough that there's no lag and no obvious seam. You're not looking at a pre-recorded clip anymore. You're looking at a live puppet show, and the puppeteer is a stranger sitting somewhere you'll never see. Voice cloning got even scarier. A few years ago, cloning a voice convincingly needed minutes of clean audio. Today, some tools do a passable clone from 3 to 10 seconds. Where does a scammer get 10 seconds of your voice? Or your kid's voice? A voicemail greeting. An Instagram story. A YouTube comment left with the mic on. Anything public with your voice in it is now raw material. And the clone doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be good enough to work on someone who's scared, rushed, and not listening for flaws. Here's the part that made this scale up so fast. None of this requires a scammer to be technical anymore. There's an entire fraud-as-a-service economy now. Subscription tools that clone a voice, generate a face, and script the call for you. Pay a monthly fee, upload a sample, pick a scenario like bank fraud department or grandchild in trouble, and the platform does the rest. The skill bar didn't drop. It disappeared. That's why this went from a rare, sophisticated attack to something showing up in ordinary people's phones every single day. Let's get specific, because two patterns account for almost everything hitting regular people right now. Pattern 1 is the family emergency call. It usually starts with a call or voicemail that sounds exactly like your child, grandchild, or spouse. They're crying, panicked, talking fast, car accident, arrested, hospital. They beg you not to tell anyone else in the family. That detail matters. We'll come back to it. Then a second voice gets on the line, calm and official. A lawyer, a police officer, an insurance agent, asking for money right now, usually by wire transfer, gift cards, or crypto. The whole call is built to keep you moving too fast to think. Pattern 2 is institution impersonation, and it's the one from our opening. It usually starts with a text or call claiming suspicious activity on your account. The caller ID matches your actual bank's real number because caller ID is trivially easy to spoof. You call back, or they call you, and now you're on a video or phone call with someone wearing your bank's branding, sometimes reading back the last few digits of your real card number pulled from an old data breach. They need you to verify your identity by reading back a code that just texted to your phone. That code is your multi-factor authentication code, and reading it out loud hands them your account. I hear this constantly. I'd know if it wasn't really them. In my 30-plus years doing this, I've watched that confidence get proven wrong again and again. And it's not because people are gullible. It's because the tools got good enough that the tell isn't obvious. And because these calls are engineered to hit you emotionally before your brain gets a chance to analyze anything. You're not calmly comparing a voice sample against your memory. You're panicking about your kid or worried about your bank account in the first 5 seconds. That's the actual attack. The deepfake just gets you on the phone. Your own fear does the rest. The defense side is moving too, and it's worth knowing what's actually changed. In February 2024, the FCC ruled that AI-generated voices in robocalls count as artificial voices under the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. That gives state attorneys general and regulators a clearer legal tool against companies and callers using cloned voices without consent. Good news. But be honest about what this doesn't do. Scammers running a fraud call weren't worried about TCPA compliance before, and they're not worried about it now. This ruling helps prosecute identifiable bad actors after the fact. It does nothing to stop the call from reaching your phone in the first place. The other piece is Shaken, a caller ID authentication system. Carriers have been rolling out that cryptographically verifies where a call actually originated. When it works, it makes caller ID spoofing much harder to pull off cleanly, and it's slowly cutting into the flood of obviously spoofed numbers. But rollout is uneven. Smaller carriers, international gateways, and VoIP services still have gaps, and scammers route through exactly those gaps. So again, this helps. It's a real improvement. It is not a wall. Anyone telling you regulation or caller ID alone will solve this is selling you a false sense of safety. So don't rely on spotting the fake. Rely on a process that doesn't care whether it's fake. Here's your actual homework, and it's testable, not something to just nod along to. Tonight, save the real customer service numbers for your bank and any institution that matters to you, pulled directly from a statement or the back of your card, not from a text or caller ID. Then you call back on a number you already had before this call started. Not a number they gave you, not a number from the text they just sent. The number saved in your phone, printed on your card, or on your last statement. This one habit defeats real-time video deepfakes, cloned voices, and spoofed caller ID all at once. Because the scammer can't fake a call they don't control. For family emergency scams specifically, add one more layer. A verification phrase. Pick a word or short phrase with your immediate family that nobody outside that circle would know. If you ever get a panicked call claiming to be a relative in trouble, ask for the phrase before anything else happens. No phrase, no money, no information, full stop. Set this up now, while everyone's calm, not during a crisis when you're not thinking clearly. It takes 5 minutes at dinner, and it closes the exact gap that makes these calls work. The fact that panic makes people skip verification. If you're on a video call and something feels off, a few current tells are worth checking. Ask them to turn their head to a full profile. A lot of live face swap tools still struggle with extreme angles. Watch the edges around hair, ears, and glasses. That's often where blending glitches show up first. Ask an unexpected question that needs a real, specific answer, not something scriptable. And listen for a slight lag between audio and lip movement, especially on fast speech. I'll be straight with you. None of this is permanent. This technology improves every few months, and today's tells may not work next year. Detection tricks are a temporary edge, not a strategy. So don't rely on spotting the fake. Rely on a process that doesn't care whether it's fake. Here's your actual homework, and it's testable, not something to just nod along to. Tonight, pick a family verification phrase and tell everyone in your household. Then save the real customer service numbers for your bank and any institution that matters to you, pulled directly from a statement or the back of your card, not from a text or caller ID. Next week, run a practice drill. Have someone call and try to rush you, and see whether you actually hang up and verify. If you catch yourself wanting to skip that step under pressure, that's the gap you just found and fixed before a scammer could find it for you. Deepfake tools are only getting better from here, and no regulation or caller ID system is going to fully catch up. That's exactly why the habit matters more than the tech. This is the whole idea behind HI plus AI greater than HI. The tools help, but the judgment call still has to be yours, made calmly, before the crisis, not during it. If this helped, subscribe for more no-fluff cybersecurity breakdowns, and check out our videos on MFA fatigue attacks and passkeys for the next layer of defense. Drop a comment. Have you or someone you know ever gotten one of these calls? I read every one. Thanks for watching. Stay secure out there.